Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to another video. I have a request from one of my subscribers, and it's more like he's my brother, Marty. He asked me, bro, I'm generally, optimistic guy, but I'm scared of the future. I get this anxious feelings of what's going to happen in the future. And he said a lot of people would like that topic to be talked about. 100%. It's one of the epidemics, modern epidemics. Too much thinking about the future, anxious thoughts about what's going to happen in the future. Okay, the best thing and the one thing I can do in this video is tell you guys that this is, first of all, very fucking natural, very normal. Second of all, happened to me when I started YouTube. Alright? Happened to me when I started YouTube. So it's completely natural, completely normal. And I did a pretty good job in the beginning stages of my YouTube of not showing that on camera because I wanted to just show positivity and hope and faith. But guess what? That paid off. But I would have these thoughts a lot when I first started YouTube. It's like, what the fuck if I don't succeed? What am I gonna do? I already, set my mind to it. If I fail, I'm gonna feel miserable, blah, 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 blah. But then I would always be able to sort of push those thoughts away and bring in the light instead. So what I want to talk about is, I want to touch upon 4 points in this video. Okay, and I'll be using my experience just to demonstrate. Best thing is experience, right? To demonstrate. First thing first, sit down. Whatever it is that you're doing. Say you're opening up a business right now, and you're a little bit scared. What if it doesn't work? This, and that. You might be dropping out of school and trying something different, getting your own business, for example. But then, hey, what if it doesn't work? Fuck, I don't have a degree. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm a piece of shit. Blah 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 blah. All these fucking bullshit thoughts come in your head. So sit down and figure out. Write down the worst case scenario that's gonna happen if your business doesn't work. For me, I sat down when I first started YouTube. I said, what's the worst thing that can happen if I run out of money? Because I was living off savings in the first initial stage when I started YouTube. So I wrote down, what's the worst that's going to happen? Alright, I'm going to have to get a part-time job to maintain my expenses, which I minimized the fuck out of because I wanted to live off my savings and do YouTube. I'll have to get a part-time job, and if I need to, I'll borrow money from a friend or somebody that's close to me that is able to lend me money. And you know something? Both of these cases happened. Alright? I got at some point to the worst case scenario where I had to borrow some money from a dear friend of mine, a brother, and I had to work a little bit, for a short period of time. I had to work. Now I'm okay. I'm paying my bills most of the time. Okay? But I'm okay now. But I had to do that. That was the worst case scenario. And if you're prepared to go through the worst case scenario, then you go and fearlessly. Because you're like, alright, I'm gonna fucking make this thing work. I'm prepared for the worst case scenario that's gonna happen. So prepare yourself for that. There's no certainty at the other end. Never is. Life is all about risk. It's inherently risky. So get that out of your head that there's certainty. There is no certainty. Embrace the uncertainty. Embrace the chaos. Sit down, write down the worst case scenario that's gonna happen, and be prepared to face it. Because it could very well happen. And you will also, if I had to guess, realize that the worst case scenario is not as bad as your mind made it out to be. It's not as bad as it never is. Almost always the worst case scenario is not as bad as your mind makes it out. With exceptional cases where you could fucking die, that's pretty bad worst case scenario. But most of what we want to do with our lives, the worst case scenario for that is not nearly as bad. We just have this Frankenstein, these negative thoughts, these thoughts, conditioning from society, that fucking mayhem and the end of the world is going to happen, and that's what we think all the time. But really, it's not. So again, number one, sit down, figure out the worst case scenario, be prepared to face it. Number two, in order to fight off the anxiety and the fear that comes from thinking about the future, you're gonna need to bring in the complete opposite of fear and the complete opposite of anxiety. You need to bring in courage. Alright? And you need to bring it in. You need to transmute it in the 7 principles of Hermes. Hermes is this guy, this ancient guy in Egypt who was like a very wise guy. He has a book 7 principles of Hermes, one of the principles is the principle of polarity. You see it all over in the universe, all over life. Everything has a pole, so opposite. So darkness, the opposite of that is light. Fear, the opposite of that is courage. Hate, the opposite of that is love. They're on the same pole and you can transmute them. Meaning if you're feeling fearful, you recognize that I'm feeling fearful, and now think about what's on the other end of fear and anxiety. The other end is courage. So you're going to have to grab on your balls, and if you're a girl, grab on your ovaries and say, I'm going to handle this. I am going to go through with this. There's no certainty at the end, but I have it written right there. Fortune favors the bold and the courageous. Lady Luck will smile at you. Lady Luck will show you her titties and her nipples and tell you to suck on them if you choose to be bold and courageous. That's at least my experience, and the experience of a lot of people. Alright, so be courageous. Transmute the fear and the anxious thoughts that you get about the future into courage and say, alright, no matter what, I'm brave, I will stand my ground, like a warrior, like a gladiator, I will take it. So that's number 2. Number 3, have faith and show faith in yourself and show faith in the universe. And the way you're going to show faith is through waking up every single day and working towards the thing you want to get. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So just wake up and get up every single day and show persistence. But when you show persistence to the universe understands that you have faith. I wouldn't get up every single morning and make a YouTube video. And I had a period where I was making 3 YouTube videos a day because I needed to. I wanted to get big. I wanted to, see some success. So get up every single morning and just work on the thing that you want to get to every single day. Just wake up and do it. And by doing that, by showing persistence, you're gonna you're gonna show the universe that, hey, I have faith. That's what faith is. Faith is saying, I'm going to do this even though I don't have any proof that it's going to work. The universe picks up on that, sees you working hard and persisting every single day, and things will just happen. They'll work out. You'll have these hunches, these things will happen in the synchronicities, all these things will happen. But again, show faith through getting up every single morning and persistently taking action towards success, the worthy ideal that you have, the vision that you have for yourself. Last thing, if you want to get rid of darkness, if you want to get rid of cold, you're not going to go to the darkness and be like, fuck you darkness, I'm going to fucking show you what's good, I'm going to fuck you up to get rid of it. No, you bring in light. You bring in light and the darkness goes away. You don't deal with the darkness. Same thing with cold. You want to bring cold, you don't go up to the cold and be like, you motherfucker, I'm freezing here, I'm going to show you what's up. You don't do that. You bring in heat. And then the cold goes away. It's the same thing with anxiety, and it's the same thing with fears. All these anxieties and fears we have about the future. Bring in light. Bring in positive thoughts. So instead of thinking, fuck man, like what if I fail? Or what if like nobody fucking likes me? Or what if my idea doesn't work? Just keep thinking, hey, my fucking idea is great. I'm going to keep improving it every single day. I'm going to work on it every single day. And I see the final product in my head. And to me, it's as good as done. And keep constantly bringing repetition. Constantly repeat positive visions, positive imagery. See yourself doing the thing that you want perfectly. If you're pursuing a career in some sort of a sport and you want to be a pro athlete, see yourself lifting that World Cup. See yourself lifting the trophy. And feel it, and do that every single day. Sorry. Okay, do that every single day. Bring in the light, and then the darkness goes away. Bring in the courage, and the fear goes away. Bring in the faith, and the doubts go away. You see? It's the law of polarity. Everything has opposites. So the way, again, just to recap, first and first, be prepared for the worst case scenario that's going to happen. And make sure that you're ready to face it, whatever it is. Number 2, transmute the fear into courage. Understand that there's no certainty. Understand that just taking action in something and carving your own path requires massive amount of balls and ovaries. Requires a lot of courage. And that's why most people don't do it. Most people end up settling. Because most people are not courageous enough. They're too much fear, too much anxieties about the future and what's going to happen and what people perceive them. You need to demonstrate courage because there's no certainty on the end of it. Never. Life is not certainty. But once you learn how to sort of use the laws of the universe, then you'll find yourself a much more easy succeeding. But I'm saying you have to be courageous. That's one of the first very things. Number 3, show faith in yourself and in the universe through taking persistent action towards your vision every single day. And always be prepared to learn and improvise. That's what success is. It's about improvising. You know, you have the final goal, but the plan never fucking works. You're gonna have to always improvise. And I'm still improvising up till now. Like, I still consider myself, like, what, I have 76,000 subscribers on the other channel. I still consider myself an infant. I want to get to millions of subscribers. So I'm still improvising to see how I'm gonna move things to the next level. And number 4, bring in light to get rid of the darkness. Bring in positive thoughts to get rid of the negative thoughts. Bring in faith to get rid of the doubts. Bring in light and the darkness disappears. So always see your future in terms of light, in terms of success. And no matter what your current circumstances are right now, don't listen to that. Do not listen to that. Okay? Because if you're going to think that your circumstances are always going to be like that, law of attraction, you attract who you are, not what you want. If you want to be successful, but right now you feel like shit and anxious, you're going to attract more anxiety to you. See yourself already successful. See yourself already there. And then that's what the law of attraction is. And that's how you're going to succeed. Right now, I see myself already with millions of subscribers. I saw myself as someone with millions of subscribers from fucking minute 1. And I've been saying that shit over and over. I'm going to be the same person when I reach 5 million subscribers as when I first made my first video. Success is a mindset. Okay? So see yourself like that. See yourself as a success. See yourself in the final, positive, wonderful version of yourself, and start acting like it right now. Okay? I hope that helps you guys. I know this is a serious issue, something we all face, believe me, especially us motherfuckers that like to go off the path that everyone has for you and just kind of carve your own path. We're gonna have to be faced with this problem, but we got it. You know, we all got it. That's it. Check out saeedmobay.com for inspiration, for empowerment, and go to the description. I got a free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas. Leave me something in the comments. I fucking believe in all of you. I don't care if you don't believe in yourself. I believe in you. And as always, don't forget to subscribe or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.